Bill Geiger's here from Geiger Wealth Management to make sense of the world. Any pressure? You have to make sense of the world? Is that okay?
Not whatsoever, sir.
I like that you're traveling with a posse now, the folks that are with you today.
Yeah. My daughter's here, my assistant's here, and both of them happy to be here today.
Geiger Wealth Management is what we're talking about, and you handle retirement for folks like nobody else does in the world, in the business, as far as I'm concerned. Sit down with you. You're going to crank out a personal plan for them at your expense, and then, you two will fall in love, and they'll work with you.
Yeah. Basically, right.
Is that how it works?
That's basically how it works.
Andrea,
we date for a little while. Yeah.
So if Andrea and I come
dinners,
in,
yeah.
Andrea and I, America's Hot Couple, if we come in and we say, Bill, Andrea's, very young, trophy bred. But we want to sit down and we want to talk about retirement. Does the lady in a relationship like that do more of the talking generally, or what do you run into?
It pretty equal.
Oh, it is?
Pretty much both, yeah.
What are the concerns that you hear most often?
Well, the three big concerns, and this is irrespective of how much money people have. They could have $500,000, they could have $40 million. And the basic three big concerns is do we have enough?
Right.
And again, it doesn't matter how much money they have. Do we have enough? Will our money last?
Yeah.
And that's in the back of everybody's mind. Will our money last? And when can we retire? Crunch the numbers and help us out here because we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's your magic retirement machine comes in handy there because you put in their tolerance for risk, their life, and all those things, because there's no right answer for everybody.
Mm-hmm. No, there's not. But I'll tell you, the close right answer is to have as much income as you can when you retire. Everybody thinks about, I want my stack of money to be as tall as possible. Mm-hmm. But that's not the key. The key is when you retire to have more income coming in than what you actually need. If you think about it, if you have more money than you need to pay your bills, the excess goes into a savings account. You need to buy a car. You want to go on a vacation. No stress whatsoever because it's building up in your savings account. And you never wonder how I'm going to pay my bills. You talk about couples coming in and their concerns. 9 times out of 10, the wife is really, really concerned about her husband retiring.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one that's been paying the bills. She's the one that every month has to figure out how to balance the budget. And all of a sudden, his income is going to be off the table.
Right.
And that's where we do a lot of planning in terms of income planning.
It's never too late to start, but start is the key here. And Andrea, you've mentioned many times, you'd like a shack stack of tall money.
I would love that.
You like it as big as Shaquille O'Neal in big bills.
I want a ladder that I can just crawl up to the top of my money.
So there is no way to go, do you have enough? Yes, you have enough. You want to make sure that when your money goes to zero as far as income goes, the money you have makes more money.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite sure I follow that one.
Well, I want my money to make more money. I want to be able to have a plan so that when I retire, you've helped me create, Bill Geiger, something that generates the income for me.
You have hit the nail on the head.
There you go.
And it is the need of a plan for controlling your risk. Because when people come in, most of the time they have way, way, way too much risk. I mean, their portfolio looks like a 30-year-old. And that doesn't work too well. A 30-year-old can blow themselves up. And they've got 30 years to make it back again.
Right.
If you're late 50s, early 60s, you don't have that type of time horizon. So you need a plan to control your risk, and you need a plan for how and you're going to create dependable income to stack on top of your Social Security so you know how you're going to pay your bills. So the big deal is putting a plan together.
Well, there's a lot of people that are very successful. They make a lot of money, but they don't have a clue how much money they have or how much money they spend. Right. So when they come in for that meeting with you and your staff here, what do they need to bring?
They need to bring statements because we want to analyze them. We want to run a Morningstar analysis to see just...
That's the fancy retirement machine,
that's the very expensive software that we use. So we can understand how much risk they have. We can understand what their portfolio is costing them, how much income they should be able to produce from their portfolio.
Do you always ask their retirement goals, too, the age at which they want to retire?
Yeah, that's one of the first things. When would you like to retire? And a lot of people are floundering. I'd like to retire tomorrow, obviously, but I'm not sure when I will have enough to be able to retire. I'm not even sure how to frame the question correctly. Yeah. and we help them put together a plan to do that.
Do people know generally when they come in? That's an overgeneralization, but do people know when they come in how much they're spending, or is it an eye-opener?
No, they don't. And it's one of our common questions, what's your lifestyle cost on a monthly basis? And people flounder all over the place because especially if they're making some money, because they never really think about it. They don't balance their statement.
They don't have to worry about
it. They just spend. And so you have to have your arms around that number to be able to plan for how much income you're going to need. You're going to know what the Social Security is, but that's never enough. So how much do you have to stack on top of that to pay your bills and to be really, really comfortable and not to have to count pennies?
Is there anything new in your world, in your business, when it comes to the graying of America and healthcare and all that? I mean, Medicare is supposed to take care of things. Do you have to talk about, a traumatic health event that comes up, that type of thing?
No, it's more so people are wanting to retire before 65, before Medicare kicks in. And they're wondering how they're going to bridge that gap in terms of health care.
Got it.
And we work with them and help them on that too.
All right, so if somebody has saved, what's the number? If they put aside a number to save before they come to you? Our target is $500,000 and up. Couples in their late 50s to early 60s. That's what we really specialize in. It's helping include
people
a paid-off house, that kind of thing?
No, it's not real estate. It's in your portfolio.
Okay, got it. And when they come in, if they're at that number, you're going to do what for them?
Well, we're going to sit down and we're going to do an absolute complete plan for the retirement. And, Steve, we do it on a complimentary basis, absolutely free. We analyze their portfolio to understand exactly where they're at in life. We talk to them conceptually about how to design a portfolio that's going to fit them for retirement. We do crunch some numbers in terms of how much income they're going to need. And at the end of the day, we put together a nice plan for them that they have a roadmap to know how they're going to get to their destination.
Yeah, and you're a nice guy. I've known you for a lot of years. You're not going to come in and strong-arm somebody. You want to come down and sit down, there's no risk is what I'm saying. There's no risk in coming in and having a conversation.
And we've got great coffee.
Oh,
there you go.
That's
perfect.
That's at the top. We have an espresso machine that people
I love it.
try to walk out with.
Is that right? Well, let's get a lock on that.
No kidding.
All right, phone number for people to call.
800-681-2498. And, Steve, it's the first 5 callers. We're going to do this on a complimentary basis. I'm going to sit down with them personally to help them put together this plan. So $500,000 portfolio and up, late 50s, early 60s, first 5 callers, absolutely free, complimentary, full-blown retirement plan. That's 800-681-2498. Again, 800-681-2498. And we look forward to seeing you folks.
Yeah, and you can leave a message right now. You can call right now, leave a message. You guys will call them later.
Well, no, we have a call center.
Oh, you got operators standing by?
Operat's standing by.
Excellent.
Look at you, Mr. 24/7.
All over it.
You want to throw out the website as well?
No.
Let's get them on the phone. Okay.
Yeah, it's better to call on the phone and we actually sit down together.
I got you. 800-681-2498.
Yes, sir.
All right, first 5, call now. Bill Geiger, nice to see you. Great to meet your daughter and also your right arm here.
Very good. Thanks
for coming over.
Thanks,
We
Bill.
appreciate
Seeing
it.
you again.